Hey everybody, how you guys doing out there today? Welcome to another episode of Halloween at the Manor. Well, it's Saturday, October 24th, and we are 1 week away from Halloween. And I'm excited and sad at the same time. But anyway, the purpose of today's video is I ended up completing a project that I actually planned for next year. It's something that I wanted to do this year, but I just didn't think I was going to have the time to do it. Um, and honestly, it just kind of happened. Yeah, I know that sounds kind of stupid, but it just kind of happened. So the project that I ended up completed was a cemetery arch for our graveyard, and I'm gonna just kind of show you kind of what I did. I apologize, I didn't get really much video of it because, like I said, it kind of just happened. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what I did. I still have some things to do, but just kind of show you what I did. Kind of take you through how I made the sign, what I made the sign out of, and kind of like that. But anyway, why don't we go ahead, check it out. Here is the kind of finished product. What I ended up deciding to do to mount this thing was I was gonna run like a piece of wood. These columns are a little about 4 feet high. I was gonna run an 8 foot piece of plywood through the thing and up. But then I was actually walking around Home Depot and I came across in the PVC section, the plumbing section, a toilet flange, I believe it's called. And what I ended up doing is I just flipped it over. So I ended up bolting this flange right into the top of the column. And these columns are pretty sturdy. They're made of 3/4 inch plywood. And what I'm going to do too is I do have some rebar down here, which is holding the fencing in. And I'm going to put a hook in and attach it with a zip strip. And I actually did that over here on this one. Unfortunately, I just ran out of hooks. So as you can see here, I just put a hook in there and then the PVC around the rebar. But like I said, I used a toilet flange and I bolted that in to the top of the column here. And then what I did was I took a 3-inch piece of PVC pipe, about a 10-foot piece of it, and I cut it into 2 4-foot sections. And then what I did was I drilled in holes to put carriage bolts in to hold the sign up. The last piece was I actually got these caps, PVC caps, and put them on, and I attached to them these skulls I ended up corpsing. So here's a closer look at the skulls that I corpsed. And like I said, this is a 3-pack of skulls that you can buy at Home Depot, and I just used saran wrap and wrapped them in saran wrap and stained them, heat gunned them, stained them, and then I attached them to the top of this cap here. And what I did was underneath the skull is a piece of 2x2, and I just put screws through this cap into the 2x2, and then on top of the skull I put a screw in there to kind of keep everything in place. So that's kind of how these skulls are. This one actually is just attached with a piece of 2x2. Last night when I put this thing up, it was really windy out here, and I was kind of worried to leave this thing. But when I woke up this morning, it's still standing. So I think we're going to be fine for this year and going forward. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I don't know if this is the best approach, honestly. I've seen other people do different approaches that are probably more sturdy, but I think for now this is going to work. For the sign itself, what I ended up using is, for the letters up here, the cemetery letters, I ended up using this 5mm plywood. And the reason I used this was my whole goal with the sign was to get the weight down. So I figured that this stuff is so light, I'm going to use this as to cut out the letters. As far as the sign goes, I used a piece of 4x8 pressure treated plywood that I got at Home Depot. And what I did was I had Home Depot cut it for me into a 8-foot by 30-inch long piece. And then what I did was I mapped out my design on that large piece of plywood. And then I just started cutting out the plywood to get the weight down. So as you can see, most of this sign is pretty, the air can go through it, so hopefully it won't, it's definitely not going to snap, but it'll definitely lay air. There's plenty of airflow through it. And what I ended up doing was I did leave some sections of the plywood here, like here, 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 and here, so that the plywood sign here, even though I, eliminated a lot of the weight, it would still have some kind of, strength to it. So this sign is really light now, but at the same time, I don't think that it's going to break. It's like I said, it's still, I think it's a 15 by 32 inch plywood, and I got a sheet of it at Home Depot for, I believe it was $36. So that's kind of how I did that. And then what I did was, as far as painting the sign, I spray painted the sign black. And then what I did for the letters is I used, I assumed that the letters would be like a metal. So what I ended up doing was I took these two colors here that I got at Home Depot. I'm sorry, at Walmart. This is a nutmeg color, and then this is they call this Laguna. I just went over the letters here with the nutmeg first, and then put a little bit of the teal on there to give it that like patina look. And then what I did was I kind of dry brushed with the sponge the rust down to make it look like it was, over time kind of coming down the sign, and I did that all along the bottom as well. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this the nutmeg color here from Walmart and go over the piping here to give it that rust look. So here's the pipe after I did the rust painting on it. I think it looks pretty cool. Got it there. This is what it looks like before. This is just the black. So I think I like it better with the rust paint. And like I said, Vanessa did order me some vines off of Amazon, like I did on the mausoleum back there, and we are going to run the vines up this as well, and probably up these columns too. For now, this is primarily the finished product. Like I said, we did order some vines off of Amazon, and we're going to run those up the posts here to make it look a little older. I did finish up the rust painting on the posts here, and I think it looks really good. I also took some of the Spanish moss off of the some of the graveyard posts here and just kind of draped it on the sign here, which I think adds to it. I think it makes it look kind of cool. But yeah, this is it. Like I said, I'm really happy with the way this came out. Did not think that this was going to be a this year thing, and just kind of happened. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. 1 week to Halloween. Hopefully everybody's getting ready. All right, guys, here's a little bit of nighttime footage for you. It has been very, very windy here today, and the sign has stayed up, so I think we're good to go. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on how I did this, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Be more than happy to help. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a great night. Talk to you guys later. Bye.